My interest in the idea of a show, like the totality of showdom, comes from my kind of theatrical education. My dad is a musician and my mother is a singer. And for as long as I can remember, the things we would have in our house were somehow related to performance in some sort of way. I was always very literature obsessed, and with this piece, it was Italo Calvino's If on a Winter's Night a Traveler. I gravitated towards this book because I like art that has many different layers of interpretation, and it's also a masterpiece of timing and organization. So you have these kind of three different ways to enjoy a piece. And so I like to start from somewhere where I can make different layers within the piece. And I think kind of talking about dance feels like a good sort of circular logic. And I like when people leave works of mine with questions, but not persistent questions, more like kind of joyous questions. To support this development of questioning, I like to use different sort of modules that are then organized and reorganized against themselves in a kind of like counterpointy way. Like the text refers to the piece itself, and it also can refer to the viewer's personal experience. So within all of these elements, there are ways of organizing the information for yourself. I like to have everyone on board from the beginning, and a way to do that is to have a lot of the material generated from the dancers themselves. So I work with a lot of improvisation and a lot of composition that comes actually from the dancers themselves. I often say, especially to people I'm collaborating with in the very beginning, that I think of myself more as a director than a choreographer. Like I write more in situations and in time, not necessarily steps, but I like to keep sort of space for the performers to add ideas of themselves or conceptions of themselves to the piece. The piece, in the end, has a mix of improvisation and set choreography, both vocally and physically. And depending on the person, because some of the roles kind of switch throughout the nights, depending on the person interpreting the specific track in the piece, the outcome is different.